Let me start off by saying that I am going to require that if you are interested in this trailer, you watch this video in its entirety so you know the condition of this trailer. And with that, let's get it started. So these are the specs of the trailer. And then this first shot is just us out camping last fall. And then there's a little screen grab of the actual model on the trailer. So I'm walking around. You can kind of see that there's some warping on the wall. The tire tread is not great. It's going to need some new tires. However, we have taken it out with this tread only a few weeks ago. And so it went down the road fine. It was okay. So it does have a little bit of life, but not much. Comes with a hitch lock. It does have an automatic raises up and down to put it on the hitch. And then in that little toolbox there is where the battery is kept. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the battery. For some reason, the hitch, it pulls too much power and it pulls it consistently. So if you leave the battery hooked up, the hitch will drain the battery. So we unhook the battery every time when we park it. So if we're not using it, we'll put it down, we'll unhook the battery, and then when we need to raise and lower the hitch, we hook the battery back up just to save it. And then when we are camping, once we are plugged into power, we unhook the battery again. And we've never had any issues. So we've had this battery for a couple of years now, and now there's been no issues. But prior to that, it would consistently pull from that and it would leave your battery dead. So we highly recommend that if you want this trailer, that is how you're going to have to go about it. So the biggest issue with this trailer is that there is quite a major soft spot. And that is why we are selling it the way that we are. We want you to be fully aware that we know that there is a soft spot. If you are handy, this can be a trailer, and this trailer could have a few more years. Honestly, we highly consider just getting plexiglass and drilling it into the ground and putting flooring on top of it and calling it a day and letting this go for probably another 2 or 3 more years. It's going to come with everything fully loaded. So you can have the extension cords, the power adapters, the sewer hookups. We have Rhino sewer hookups. It has a black and a gray tank. Both work great. It does have a heated underbelly that you can turn on. Water heater works. Hot water works. There are no leaks in the trailer with the plumbing. We did reseal the top of the RV last summer. We've never had a rodent problem in this RV for as long as we've owned it, but we also are very meticulous when we winterize it. We make sure that we have things that absorb the moisture. We have tons of deterrent wrap senses and things like that. We don't like capturing the rat because then it decomposes and that's gross. And then we always spray around the RV just to keep bugs away and things like that. And we've never had an issue. When we bought it from the previous owners 3 years ago, we could never find the bill of sale. And it was just going to sit on property that we owned and we were never going to tow it anywhere. And then that ended up quickly changing. So we had to get it licensed and then we couldn't find the bill of sale. So right now it has to sit on Washington State's registry essentially for 3 years before they'll release the title. Now that doesn't mean we can't sell it. We can transfer it to you, that when those 3 years are up, you just call the number and then they'd have your information and then they'd release the title to you. But I want to make sure that you're aware of that if you then went around to go sell the trailer, you would then also have to tell the next owner, hey, this Washington State has it for 3 years time, and we're probably about 9 months into those 3 years. We do have registration. We can get tabs for it. We can do all of that. So that's not any issue. We've always had it insured, winterized it every winter. We've taken it out this year with our children and our dogs. And if you need a trailer, just like get up and go and get out there, this is a great trailer. It has flaws. Overall, it's a good starter trailer. Or if you want to park it on your property and have someone live in it, like I said, hot water works, and there's no leaks with any of the plumbing at all. So you very much would be a great camper to sit somewhere. And because it is registered Washington State, you would be allowed to do that. If you have any further questions, please reach out to me and I will answer them the best possible. Hopefully we're looking to sell this hopefully in the next month or so.